Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Lunch Table Podcast. And in this video, we're going to give you our review for Blue Eye Samurai Season 1, all episodes now streaming on Netflix. My goodness, what a beautiful show. What an endearing show. Beautifully animated, perfect characters, and an awesome cast. Dylan, without further ado, I know you love this show. Give us your thoughts.
I loved it. I loved it. It was so good. Oh my gosh. The story, yeah, was amazing. The animation was amazing. I don't know if it was, I've seen the animation stuff from Star Wars Visions or like something similar before, but it's so like, I don't know, something about it. It's like so cool. And yeah, this actually is very historically almost accurate, I must say. 'Cause I remember I took a Japanese history course in college, and I was actually surprised how like close they pulled to history. Like there's certain moments where like, well, takes place in I think the Sakoku period, where Japan was very isolated, so there wasn't a lot of trade going on between the West and other parts of the world, and nobody could leave the island either. And the character of Mizu was so interesting. They didn't try to, well, it is kind of like Mulan in a way, but they did their own version of it in a way. I saw so many influences of just great, you know, Japanese influences, like Sword of the Stranger, Samurai Jack, Kill Bill, Ghost of Tsushima. I saw like a few like Easter egg or like influences here and there. It's just so beautiful, man. The story, it is a revenge story, but the way that they go about it's so beautiful. And like the characters you really get invested in over. So we have, of course, Mizu is our protagonist, but we also have Taigen, who is like a disgraced samurai. He's trying to like go on the Zuko quest to restore his honor. We also have Akemi. She's like a princess, but she wants to be independent and defy like her tradition and trying to marry somebody by her choice and not what her father wants her, you know, or his pick. So yeah, what did you think of this show?
Yeah, well, you know what's interesting for, I don't know really to consider this like anime, maybe probably, but they're really long episodes too. These type of shows, you kind of think that the episodes will run about 20 minutes each or something like that. They're almost like close to an hour long, and it's just really deep and rich storytelling. And the animation, absolutely, I adore it. It does remind me kind of like certain shorts from Star Wars Visions mixed in there. I'm a big fan of this type of animation. And then again, the voice cast it's definitely a celebration of, you know, embracing history, but also a celebration of having this great Asian cast just come together, because we do have a lot of notable people here, especially Ming Na Wen, or Ding Da Den, whatever. I remember we said that before by accident back then. She is great, of course, too, to see her. Like everybody is just absolutely remarkable here. And I think the story, taking like intertextual stuff from Kill Bill and other popular movies, to kind of like, you know, maybe a little bit of Kurosawa here and there, it definitely blends well with this type of story. And I think visually as well, they do a great job trying to blend those elements together while trying to also remain a little bit historically accurate. So all in all, I think it was a great experience. I'm so glad you recommended the show to me and I checked it out. It was a wonderful show.
For sure. Yeah, definitely. It took a lot of great, you know, East and West elements into it. It's kind of hard to rewrite samurai stories because there's so many out there. Like Japanese culture is like so huge nowadays, but I love that the approach that they took with this story and Mizu's character, and, you know, her being a product of both East and West, literally. Like her mother was Japanese and her father was a white man. And even just her being a woman, right? That's already like a red flag in her society. So to see her like come up out of that and to be such a profound warrior, and to see her like better than most of the samurai in the show, it was just so cool. Like watching on screen. And yeah, they do a lot of homages, of course, to like Kill Bill. There was like they even used the song. It was like the battle without honor or humanity. I thought that was so cool. The fighting, oh my god, was so well choreographed in this show. I love how fluid it was. There was like a moment where like she had like these weights on, and she took the weights off, and it felt like Rock Lee from Naruto when he took the weights off for the first time. I was like, oh my god, this is so good. And I just love the little like callbacks to like history, like just when she cut Taigen's hair knot. That's an actual thing from samurai culture. That's like their sign of honor or respect, right? So when he lost that, he lost all his title and his respect from the samurai and the shogun. So it was so awesome. I think it's a really well written story. It's from I believe Michael Green. I think he did some DC comics, and also I think he co-wrote a couple movies, like I think Blade Runner. So it's a really well crafted story.
Yeah, and of course that's 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it's well warranted. So, without further ado, what would you rate this?
For sure, I hate to be biased because I love like anime stuff, but I think it's definitely something you gotta watch. I think it's a good Netflix original. So I'll probably go high up with this one. 10 out of 10 for me. I think story-wise was awesome. Yeah, runtime, like you said, they're hour episodes, but they go by so fast you don't feel it. The story, the characters, like you love them so much, and you just want to see them like complete their dreams at the end, because every character has like their own ambitions in the story, and it is kind of like a setup for a season 2. So I do want to see like where Mizu's story goes on from here. But yeah, for sure, 10 out of 10 for me. How about you?
Yeah, 10 out of 10. I definitely really like it. I definitely recommend and you know what, anime is really popping off on Netflix. They're doing a great job over there on Netflix. There's another show that's like an anime show that we may or may not check out. I don't know. But for this show itself, I think it's really original. And it's blended a lot of elements from other stuff we've seen, as we said before. And I think that's what makes it super unique, is when you can pay homage to that while also embracing like this cool culture and whatnot. So 10 out of 10 for me. Definitely check out the show. That is our review for Blue Eye Samurai, now streaming on Netflix. Check out our other videos as well, and drop a like for us if you actually enjoyed this video. Tell us your favorite parts, please. That'll greatly help us out. Dylan, without further ado, take us away.
Yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like below, sub to the channel. If you enjoy our content, we do plenty of streaming shows, movies, video game showcase events. We do it all, guys. We love you so much, but until then, thanks for having lunch with us.
See you guys.